In this video series, we're looking at AI and covering the key concepts that you need to know. Last time we looked at generative AI and large language models. And in this video, we'll be getting practical by looking at a few tasks that you can use large language models to perform. First up is summarization. So given a large body of text, LLMs can identify key information, extract relevant details, and generate short summaries that capture the important parts of the original content. This can be especially useful if you're interested in knowing the highlights, but you don't need all the context. Perhaps you forgot to read an email and you've got a meeting in a few minutes, and now you only have a few minutes to get up to speed. Skimming a document to find the interesting, relevant bits can be quite time-consuming for a human, but LLMs can do it in next to no time. Next up, we've got question and answer. So one of the most natural ways in which large language models can be useful is in answering questions. LLMs are trained on huge amounts of data, so they've learned a lot of things about the world. You can ask an LLM almost anything and you'll get a useful answer most of the time. This approach can be much quicker than using a search engine if you're looking for the answer to a very specific question. You don't have to trawl through several web results until you find something useful or piece together different bits of information from different places to form a complete answer. One thing to be aware of, LLMs don't know about things that weren't in their training data, so they can't answer questions about things that only existed after they were trained or that aren't in the public domain. Leading on from this is information extraction. So blending together ideas from summarization and question and answer. Another great use of LLMs is to give them some content and then ask specific questions about that content in order to extract information. If you explicitly provide an LLM with some data, then it's able to answer questions on that data within the conversation, even if it didn't learn about that data during training. So, for example, given a detailed report, you might want to pull out a list of names of people that are covered in the report. Maybe you just want to know if the report is positive or negative. Or perhaps you were the one who wrote the report and you want to check that there are no mistakes. LLMs are much quicker than humans at skimming large bodies of text and pulling out specific information, so it's another great task to offload to them. Great, so in this video we've started to explore some practical applications of LLMs, covering summarization, question and answer, and information extraction. In the next video, we'll look at a few more examples of tasks that LLMs are suited to.